Hello lads and welcome to the 23rd episode of the Ipswich Town Career Mode. In this episode we have got the end of the transfer window, but in the last one we did pull off another good victory against, I think we played Arsenal, we beat Arsenal, and this time we're going to be playing Liverpool, but yeah, it was a crazy episode last time. We're pulling off all the good victories against the big teams. I might make a video on that because where we are at the moment, I'm going to tell you before I show you the games we've just had. We're fourth. We're fourth. We're still fourth, and we've got a game in hand. You know where that game in hand can take us? Take us into third place, which is a bit ridiculous. And the other, the other two's Leicester and Everton, so we can't complain. But at the same time, I'm happy, but I'm not happy with where we are, because I believe with the team we've got, we should be at least mid-table. And I want it to be a challenge, and I don't want us getting top 4 in the first season. I'm obviously going to keep trying my best to try and get the best results I can. But yeah, I don't know. I'm finding the lower teams harder than these tough teams, and I'm going to show you now. This game now against Liverpool, we have got the strongest lineup as usual. Liverpool actually started off the best. And it was in the second half where things really started to kick off. Koke just weaving his way in. That's pretty poor defending, to be honest. Someone should close him down sooner. Just allowed to weave his way into the box. And Andre Dozzle just lays off Aaron Moy here. It's basically an instant reply. It's only 5 or so in-game minutes after Liverpool scored their opener. Dozzle now makes his way into the box. He shoots off the post. I mean, I've not got sliders on, I can promise you that. And yeah, Dozzle and Moy just with good strikes into the corners. Dozzle doesn't play like he's a 73 rated player. He plays like he's much higher rated, maybe about an 80. But he's just so good. Salabor here, just a couple of Liverpool players with just a chop, and yeah, he just puts that one into the bottom corner. We're not even done yet. Abdullahi just feeds through Moy. Moy still gets it back offshore cross. We're now allowed to just pass it round. Abdullahi, it's a simple finish, and into that bottom corner. The keeper there for Liverpool hasn't done great. Let's just say that, and that's how it finished. 4-2 in the end. I must have forgot to show Liverpool's second goal, but it was like a good goal into that corner, and it led us straight onto this replay against Bournemouth in the FA Cup. You can remember the first one finished 2-2, I believe. It was an entertaining game. This is even more entertaining. The first goal coming in the 26th minute, Callum Wilson into that bottom corner, and straight away we were having problems. They're just coping with them. For some reason this doesn't happen against Liverpool or the top teams. It happens against Bournemouth, who are in the Championship. They do end up giving away a penalty, which I think is a penalty, to be fair. And then Hughes takes it, and yeah, my penalty taking's not bad in FIFA. Let's just say that. It's an absolute cracker into that top corner. And then he gives away another penalty, Tyrone Mings. And we're given the opportunity to level things in the second half now. Same corner. And not as still was a cracking effort. And yeah, 2 penalties that weren't going to be saved easily. They were pretty much impossible to save. Aaron Moy, however, has just slotted that one just under the keeper. And yeah, we give away the third goal here in frustrating circumstances. You can see there, just bounced off Fraser, and he put it into the back of the net. We head into extra time now with the score at 3-3. Martin Waghorn there wins it back from the defender, makes it 4-3, and we're trying to take control in this match, but again, another ball behind. And I'm not sure what, I think it was, well, it was number 25, I can't exactly remember who it was, but yeah, I don't exactly know what he's doing there. It might be Kenlock playing centre half, that might be part of it. But yeah, he's running forward there, which wasn't ideal. But Knudsen in the 120th minute, yeah, remember Knudsen? Yeah, he scored the winner there, and he celebrated with fans in the Bournemouth end. But yeah, fantastic result. You can see the stats there, 20 shots, 13 on target. Of course, we had extra time, but yeah, it was certainly an entertaining game as we head into this game against Swansea. And this is probably going to be a tough one because we're playing a team quite low in the league at the moment, I believe. Where are they? They are, if I can find them, the 17th. They're on level points with Watford in the relegation zone. So yeah, it's certainly going to be tough. Of course it is. They're going to be fighting for their lives, and yeah, let's show you the lineup here. Okay, we've got a pretty similar formation here to play against Swansea. A similar lineup. You saw the lineup. I don't think you did see the lineup against Bournemouth, but it was a bit of a crazy lineup with a lot of rotation. And you can see a couple of players who played there, but we have got the majority of our players fit for this game against Swansea at the Liberty Stadium. It's going to be a crucial game for Swansea, certainly, and obviously we want to keep our good run of form going. Okay then, Liberty Stadium for this game against Swansea City. It should be a good one, I can imagine. We'll just have to see. Yeah, I'm sure someone's going to sort for Swansea. He's into Moy wants to play it back, and Fernandez gets a touch on that, but it's still not enough as Hughes goes into the area off Fabianski and into the back of the net. Emma Hughes is, he's got 3 in his last 2 now. Good goal scoring run for him. I'm not sure exactly how far that was into the corner. I'd probably have to see a replay to confirm, because it looked like it went off Fabianski, so it might be poor goalkeeping, but he has a powerful shot. The last couple of times he's gotten into that type of position, it's been powerful shots, and yeah, straight at the goalkeeper there, regardless of the power behind that shot. He some things out. Kenlock's going to be doing some chasing here, as he does win the header in the end against Herman. He now takes a throw in into Borja Baston, who's in plenty of space. Too much space for my liking, it must be said. Rocky and Mesa into Herman. Herman to Liam Britton to Borja Baston. Our keeper doesn't even move there. It's gone out for a corner eventually, but we'll let it slide. Abdullahi. Hughes into Abdullahi. That's an absolutely atrocious shot. Really poor. really bad. But yeah. Morocco and Mesa. Herman's going to whip the ball in, and Aguirre's tried to get rid of it, but it's forced Brad Jones into a low save at his near post. As Swansea are piling on the pressure here. They've certainly been the best team this last 20 or so minutes. Brad Jones with a decent punch out as far as Rico though, and Swansea just putting on the pressure as Rocky and Mesa, he fires a shot, and that one's tipped over for a corner now, and it's we've just got to get clear. You can see here, he's made 6 saves already, Brad Jones, to be fair to him. Jordan Ayew near post, they're making the runs, and we're just not tracking them. And that's fortunate that we've finally got some breathing space as we're allowed to take a goal kick. Knudsen tries to head down. I did send out Brad Jones for that. It's another save from him. Sorry. And Aaron Moy now tries to lead an attack for us as a ball's lifted forward to Dozzle. He's going to try and make his way into the box now. Does beat a man. Going to try and cross it, and Fernandez cuts out that danger. Probably the last action of the half for either side. Although here comes Herman, and perhaps this 3 minutes is going to be a bit longer than originally thought. Crossed in, Jordan Ayew off the bar. He's facing the wrong way there. I'm not sure what's happened, but yeah, last chance of the half went to Swansea, and they really should have had a goal at least in this first half. With a first time ball to Jordan Ayew, which is causing us all sorts of problems. Into Leroy Fer, that one's hit the bar, but this time the underside of it. And Swansea deserve a goal, it has to be said. They've been absolutely fantastic. He's going to go and celebrate with Paul Clement, who's recently been sacked as of yesterday when recording this. Yeah, lovely. It's been coming. You can't see it's not been coming. Swansea been dominant, I think, ever since we've scored our goal. And Leroy Fer this time getting a lucky bounce off the inside of the crossbar, but it's gone over nevertheless. And there's a good run from him into the edge of the box, and it's a good strike, it has to be said, into the roof of the net. But we're unable to play very well so far. Into Borja Baston. Now there's good chance for Swansea with a load of players in the box, able to cause some danger, and Andre Dozzle's just cleared that one, but Sidibe has just headed back in. There's an increasing amount of pressure coming into the box here for Swansea. Leroy Fer makes it 2-1, getting into a great position there, and Swansea just pegged us into our own box for a good period there, and we've been made to pay for it. As I said at the beginning of this game, it's not the problem against the tough teams. It's actually against these teams round about the relegation zone. I don't know why. It's got nothing to do with real life. It's got to do with the game. I've no clue why. This is the type of struggling we should be having against the top opposition. Adeyemi. Salabo into Abdullahi. He's going to shoot from outside the box. And that's into the roof of the net. An absolutely fantastic hit from Suleiman Abdullahi in the last 10 minutes of the game. We've got a game in our hands. I don't know how we're in this game, to be honest. I've no clue. I've just hit and hoped, really, from Abdullahi. Salabo should have hit one earlier. He should have scored that one. But yeah, we're lucky that we're actually still in this game. We've been lucky quite a few games, to be fair. Whereas in some other saves I might have, luck mightn't have gone my way. But yeah, somehow we might be salvaging a point from this. And Leroy first cut that out. He's given it to Abdullahi. He shoots. Jordy and Matt with a block. And now Rico starts a counter-attack at the beginning of added time for Swansea. It's Leroy Fer into Ollie McBurney. And now it's Herman with a chance here. Swansea are getting men forward. Too many men forward for my liking. And now Herman gives it to Rocky Mesa. Ollie McBurney into Herman. Brad Jones, good stop from him. He's been good this game, it has to be said. He's going to whip the ball in. Brad Jones punches that away well. Sidibe. I mean, that's a shot from about 40 yards on the volley. And it's straight at Brad Jones, thankfully. And that finishes the game off. I'm happy with how that went. Not how the game went, but how the result went. We eventually pulled off a 2-2 draw somehow. Yeah, I did tell you we got away with one here, and you can see there the shot Swansea took. You can see that one at the end. It was was from, I think, Sidibe there. But you know, the shots on target were actually some from further away, as I mentioned before in another one. But yeah, we've had half their shots. We did have more possession, as we often tend to do, but Swansea definitely deserved to probably win this match. So a couple of problems here. We've got Grant Ward. He's out for 3 months with a broken ankle, being one of our most dangerous players this season. He's got a bit of pace about him. We haven't really got another winger who can do that, so maybe Dozzle will have to make that stay out wide for a bit longer. And as well as that, we've got 3-week injury for Miles Kenlock, who has now suffered a sprained knee. Right, so approaching deadline day, one of the players you decided to ask me to sign was Tarkowski from Burnley, James Tarkowski. Just a backup centre back, I would say. So currently he's on £39,000 a week. I'm sure we can just allow him on 40 grand a week. His rating hasn't gone up that much, and we'll see what they say to that. They said it's a fair offer. Well, we've got a new signing, James Tarkowski. He's arriving next season though. And by the way, we still can't sign Rui Diaz, which is, you know, it's a bit of a shame, but you know, it's just not happening. It's just, we can't. We're not allowed. Leeds have made an offer for Jonas Knudsen, and it's, you know, it's an offer I'm considering. He's rejected a move to Las Palmas as they couldn't agree on contract terms. Knudsen, he's got a release clause of 4.2 million. I'm happy to let him go for 4, and we'll negotiate that there, because I believe if we get the money, 2.8 million. His value's 2.1. It's not awful, is it? Leeds United, he's going to an alright team. I'm a silly. I suppose we can always try and get Ryan Sessegnon. His value is 2.9 million. We'll have to offer between 2.45 and 3.8 million. We've got 4 million in the bank. He's rejected a move to Sevilla though, so that's kind of putting doubt in my mind. Unless he doesn't want to move to a different country. We'll have to see. I know this is a rather typical move to make in career mode, but it makes sense. We are in need of a winger. Just a bit of flair, and he's a good prospect as well. Some of you is telling me to get Ben Woodburn. He's younger and he's a higher rating. So now on to his wage, which shouldn't be much of a problem. We know his current wage is 12.5 million. He wants a rotation role, that's fine. He can have a rotation role. Signing on bonus to, yeah, that's fine. We're blasting all our money on Ryan Sessegnon, and at least we've got someone through the door who can make an immediate impact. And now we really don't have enough money to mess about with. The rest of the money's probably going into new contracts or signing players from the youth academy. And yeah, that's pretty much all we've got. So yeah, we'll just make it a 50-50 split and hope for the best. Right, into the final hour of transfer deadline day. That's deadline day over for another year. Of course, we haven't managed to get many of your suggestions, which I'm frustrated with. But no one came in for my players in the end. No one came in for the players that I was willing to sell. And yeah, we've ended up in a position where we've still got a decent squad, but perhaps we've still got a bit of dead wood here. But you can see here that Luke Chambers is going to Stade Rennais when his contract expires, so we are getting rid of some of the dead wood, and of course we'll have a load of money to spend next season where I can add perhaps some of your transfer suggested players. So keep leaving them in the comments below. We play West Ham in the next round of the Cup. In terms of the league, I do believe we are currently in 4th still. I think we picked up a point and it wasn't enough to get us further in the league yet. There it is. We are on 38 points. That should be enough to survive at least. So yeah, it's good to see that we're pretty much safe now. But yeah, it's just ridiculous where we are at the moment. West Ham only a point below us in the table, so it'll be a tough cup round. If I can have a look at the current round for the FA Cup, I'd like to see what the table's like. There's no table. But that's it from me for this episode. I will be uploading a few more Sunderland episodes as well, just to try and get the consistency of the channel back. It's a lot easier to upload one of them, so it's a lot easier to be more consistent when I've got both running at the same time on consecutive days, because they take a long time to make and edit, especially without a game capture device. I've only really got the game capture device from the PlayStation itself, using the controller and that, so it comes with the PlayStation, so I've got to transfer the files from there onto my computer, then edit them on an external software, and then finally render them and upload them. It just takes a long time to upload the files, and you've got to remember I actually do a bit off camera separately, and I have to edit that before I do this live com bit, so it's a bit hectic, and that's perhaps why it's not as consistent as I'd like it to be this series. I probably could upload daily this series if I had a proper capture device such as an Elgato or what have you. But enough of me complaining. Thank you all for watching once again. Leave your transfer suggestions below, and after that, it's player of the month. I'll see you later.